Hey y'all, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to the Boonie Breakdown podcast, your source for all things responsible and ratchet. All right. We're back for the official season 14 kickoff. You guys know I had to bring our problematic fave back. I feel like he always kicks off the seasons. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But you know how we do. We do have 2 listener letters. We did not record this episode in time to do any Valentine's tips. I feel like Brian and I do that a lot. And every year we're never cease to be amazed by some of the questions we get back. But you want to stick around for our conversation. You know how we do. It doesn't need much intro. All right. Now, you guys know for years I have done Boonie's Pick of the Week. But I feel like there's so much going on in the world that ain't shit sweet right now. And so I'm going to be alternating between a pick of the week and a drag of the week. And this week, I feel like doing a drag of the week. And so my drag of the week goes to Ticketmaster and SeatGeek. I was in the fight of my life for Cowboy Carter tickets this week. This is the first time I've never gotten tickets for a show. And I know there's still tickets available. The tour is not sold out. But I have 2 things going on here. One, I'm not sitting in nosebleeds. I just can't do it. And 2, I am not paying the $5. I'm not paying the $5. I am not paying $1,000 to sit in the 100s. Like, that is absurd and asinine. Like, just to go to the Renaissance tour, I had really good seats in the 100 sections with all of the fees. I paid $300. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving the beast this money, so I'm not going to do it. I'm okay if I have to miss this one. I may try the day of ticket trick, but as of right now, I don't have no tickets. I want to say Ticketmaster, we all have our gripes. Why are the fees sometimes more than the ticket is astounding to me. But SeatGeek was a new level of hell. And I had to use SeatGeek because that's where the DC Stadium, that's who they use. And I was in line. Then the bar was moving. What they don't do that Ticketmaster does, they don't give you like a number. Like, I have 90,000 people in front of me. No, it's just a bar that's moving. I got to the end, it kicked me out, put me back in the waiting room. So I never got in the room. So if you were blessed, lucky enough, you know what? And I deep down feel like some of y'all are lying because y'all don't want the judgment of how much you paid for the tickets. So I do feel like some of y'all are lying when y'all like, well, I got the tickets for $350 total for 4 tickets. You fucking liar. Y'all paid the $1,400 for those tickets, and it's okay. But don't come on the internet and try to gaslight the rest of us to be like, I don't know what happened to you, but I got cheap tickets. No, you didn't. Fuck you. So, drag of the week, all of you people along with SeatGeek and Ticketmaster.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
All right, so housekeeping. If this is your first time listening to the Boonie Breakdown, welcome. So just a little bit of housekeeping and refreshing here. All right. We have a Patreon community. My Patreon community knows that a revamp is coming. So I'm telling you, I am personally taking away the tiers. I'm just going to do one flat rate. You get everything that comes with Patreon, and that will be starting March 1st. Okay. So there will be a revamp to the Patreon. It will be a low cost. If you want more details, head on over to patreon.com/the Boonie Breakdown for details on what you get. You get to join in our Discord community, which we have a little good kiki in there. You get access to any live events. You get access to the book club. You get early ticket access when we do Boonie Lives in person. So it's a great little fun time over there. And so head on over to patreon.com/the Boonie Breakdown. If you are new or it's been a while or your favorite sweatshirt faded or you want to get a mug or you want to get a little Boonie Ratchet note card, you can do all this stuff. We have merch right now. We're going to have a code. Use the code season14, season 14, to save 20% on your orders over $30. So you can just head on over to thebooniebreakdown.com. And you can shop. We have sweatshirts and mugs and t-shirts. It's a lot of great merch over there. But I have not given a code in a while, so I felt like I should do one. So again, code season14, season 14. All right, so some updates on the social. I'm no longer on TikTok. I deleted TikTok, so we're not there. It was becoming too much of a time suck, guys. I loved TikTok, but good Lord, I can't. And then with everything that's happening with, is it shutting down? It wasn't shutting down. Is it going to be state-sponsored media soon? I don't know, but I just didn't want any parts of it anymore, so I deleted it. So we're pretty much on Instagram. Not really even on Twitter anymore like that. I did not set up a Boonie Breakdown on Blue Sky. So if you want to follow us on social, you can do Facebook if you're still archaic, the Boonie Breakdown. We're also at the Boonie Breakdown on Instagram as well. So that was a big housekeeping point. Somebody was like, "Oh, I don't see you on TikTok anymore." Yeah, I deleted it. I had to go. So no more TikToks. We'll do it on Instagram. Even though I fucking hate Instagram too, but you know, it is what it is. I think that's it. If you want to leave us a review, because you know you guys haven't done that in a while, we could stand a few more reviews. You can head to Apple Podcasts where you go the Boonie Breakdown. You can hit those 5 stars. You want to type some words, you can do that. You can do the same thing on Spotify. You can go over to Spotify, hit the rate this podcast, hit those 5 stars, and we would love a 5-star review. So I think that's it on the housekeeping. It's been a while. I have not done, a season. We took a pretty long hiatus. Patreon gang knew all the details about why we took a hiatus. But we're back and I'm excited. So let's get ready to break it down. Hi, friend.
Hey, Boonie, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. I hit record immediately and it threw me off. I normally do it's our problematic fave. They already know.
They know what it is.
They already know. So it's so funny because you started and said, I wore the big hair for you.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Me.
When the hair is filthy, it looks so good. I need to wash it. I'm gonna wash it tomorrow.
Listen, we love that shit. Like any man who was like, I don't like your big hair like that, he's probably weird. But I don't know a man who does not love the big hair all over the place, the bush, whatever you call it.
It's so crazy because this one guy, I sent him a picture. I had taken my braids out a couple weeks ago and I had washed it and it was curly. And he was like, oh, there she go. So it wasn't this messy, thick fro, but it was like my curls. And he was like, there she goes. So then later that night, I go up. I don't do a heavy makeup, but I wear makeup. So I had the purple lip and the makeup. And he's like, I like the natural better.
Yeah.
And I was like,
we've been through this. We've been through this so many times. We just
I guess
simple.
still as a woman, it's still so jarring to hear because it's just like, what? It just goes against everything you think to be true.
You be thinking like I look better than her. We be like, nah, no, you don't. We want her back. Bring her back.
Yeah, it's like, and I don't think the natural is ugly by any means because I don't wear makeup 90% of the time. So in my mind, it's like, all right, I'm cute. I'm doing it up. And he was like, yeah, I like the other better. I'm like, okay. Okay.
Damn.
All right. I really thought I was doing something, brought me back down. But I just think it's so fascinating. But to me, it's always interesting because I haven't had my hair straight since I cut it after it fell out. But that was always the weird thing to me when I wear it straight, different men. When I wear it like this, when I wear it curly with braids, it attracts different people.
Yeah, I mean,
it fucks me up though.
I think it's a lot of guys who like natural hair. I love that look. Like that's my thing. I like that shit.
Well, it was for you, friend.
So
how you been?
It's something to look at for this next 45 minutes to hour while we talk. I've been good. It's just back school in session, softball season rolling around, coaching. Just a busy time of year. You know me, I got 1,000,001 things going on. I don't know how I do it. I just do it.
I literally do not know how you do it. I mean, I be busy too, but I don't know how you do it. Because I guess there's always the added thing for me when people with children, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck do y'all do this shit? I really don't know.
Right, and I don't even know when this episode dropping, but this was one of those days where you get the text like school closing 3 hours early. oh, school's already closed. Okay, dad, school's closing. And it's like, okay, all right. So here I come, pick up the kids, do this. Still got to go out and get dinner because ain't no food in here. So dad life, dad life all day. So it is what it is. But yeah.
So it's funny because I'm on a little health journey. And not that I have any ailments, but I want to get back fine. I need to get smaller because I'm never going to be skinny, but I need to get smaller. So it's funny. I had sent a video to Kenny because I was like, when his children come to my house, they think I'm poor because I don't have food in my house.
Right.
And so I sent Kenny his video. I was like, dog, look at our refrigerator. He's like, I ain't never seen it with this much food in it. But trying to get all this protein in, I'm
Yeah.
hungry. And for this one, somebody who used to just eat one meal a day. So trying to do this protein, like I'm just
Yeah.
hungry all the time. Like I have to have food in here if I'm gonna
Well,
stick to it.
it's like 27 grams of protein per shot.
What is that?
I never mind. I'll tell you. But I thought you already know since you're on this protein journey. Your listeners know.
What is it? Say it. Why are you being shy?
I'm not being shy. We're just not going to dive right into that. But
Is
just
it steaming?
nope. Just keep swallowing all your veggies. But no, I think we all have that goal, and it's funny because you're like get back fine, and I think fine is like what the other person sees, but even more what you see because you're the one who's like, well, I gotta be in this body, I gotta feel comfortable, and somebody's always gonna be like, you look good how you are, you look good how you are, and I got on the scale this morning, I was 239. When the year started, I was 250. I was like, what the fuck? But I also had been drinking every day up until the new year. So it was like preparing myself for dry January. I was drinking like excess.
So literally the amount of liquor I had on my birthday, thank God my liver works. Like I had so much I was like, I can't. I unintentionally did a dry January. I only had 2 cocktails the whole month. And that wasn't my intent, but I was focusing on the food and all that shit that I was just like, I can't
Yeah,
drink.
if you want to, like people listening, like if you want to get healthy, you want to lose weight, you want to start to see like get your summer body ready, the first thing to do is just cut the alcohol and drink more water. Like you're gonna be pissing a lot, but you're gonna be
A
healthy.
lot.
You're gonna get rid of that water weight first, and then you're really gonna start slowing down like you're overeating because you're putting so much water in your body. You don't have this fake feeling of hunger, fake feeling overeat because the water keeps you full. And before you know it, I intermittent fast, so I only eat from 1 to 8 or 12 to 8 every day. I just don't have time to eat breakfast. Well, first of all, we don't have breakfast food. So
Well, that was my life. But now it's like I'll have egg. I mean, it'll be a little thing. Sometimes I just have a protein shake because that's all it can be. But I did good. I did my first month in January. I lost 12 pounds. 10 of it was fat. So
that's
yeah, I'm
that,
like,
that-
good,
you know,
good job.
I always love the, working to get better. Like that's just like that's so much about life to me. Like I think every day we wake up, we choose like who we want to be. Like not to get all like motivational and shit, but people be like stuck in a rut or somewhere, and it's like you then did all of these different things in your life to get where you want to be. And every day you wake up, you could decide to be something different or be better than what you were yesterday. You could be a better friend. You could be a
Look at
better
you.
whatever. I mean, you could be a better hoe. Whatever you want to do.
Just be better, bitch.
Yeah, but it's like you get a choice. Like every day you wake up, you get a choice to like, okay, I don't want to do that no more. Like then don't do it no more. Like nobody's holding
Yeah.
your here for you to stay the same person. But if you want to do something, just keep doing it. Like it's something to be said about going after goals and achieving them and knocking them down. And so kudos to you.
Yeah, so we'll do it. Let me just also let the record fucking reflect that I don't think I'm a bad bitch. Cause somebody gonna message me, Boonie, I don't no. That's not what I'm saying. I just I have no health ailments. And so I wanna do something now before I'm 60 and I need a fucking knee and they're gonna be like, bitch, you too big, we can't operate on you. So let's just do that now. Again, I've never been skinny in my whole life. So I'm not going to look up and be a size 6. I'm very realistic, but I do need to get smaller.
Well, we got to get you one of them contracts because you could definitely be one of the models that you keep sending me these fucking pictures of on Instagram. And I'd be like, nope. No. Hey, y'all, she sends me all of the big women who are like, these women are huge and they're like thongs on. And I'd be like, no, come on, Boonie. Like, I try not to even open it. And she'd be like, you'll do it. You'll do it. Like, yo, what do you think of me? Like, what the fuck?
But some of them be just like thick ass, built as like
no, some of them do.
fat women.
Some of them do, and it'd be like, "Oh, that's a challenge." Yeah, I take that challenge. I wrestle with her ass. But like, the thing is like I always exit the DM like, "What does she think? Like, what does she really think of me?"
I don't think poorly of you, but it's just, and if it makes you feel better, I don't just send them to you. I send them to somebody else too. But it's always interesting comparing y'all responses because sometimes y'all be both like, "Nah," and he's like, maybe.
Right. But it's like my thing is like, damn, she think I'll fuck anything. Like, where did she get this? What is her evidence based on? Like, where did this hypothesis come from? It's bullshit.
That's funny. No, I do send you some ridiculousness. I was actually in my DMs with my best friend today because I need to do better about saving stuff because I sent her something I wanted to reference, but we send so much shit. So I was scrolling through it. I was like, we are degenerates. Like, doing that review, going back just 6 months, I said, wow, we are kind of fucking terrible people, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Reading the comments and responses, I was like, maybe I will do better. Be better, bitch.
I've been arguing with people on Instagram like the last 3 days.
About what?
This whole Kendrick Lamar shit. Like this fake.
Oh, me too. So this is airing a week later, right? And so my thought was, as I was sitting there watching it, I was just like, this is boring as shit. And I got some of the immediate symbolism. Some of it, I do feel like motherfuckers be reaching. Like, he was trying to say the slave ship. Shut the fuck up, okay? So I just felt like y'all reaching. But I caught like the flag visual and Uncle Sam. Loved it. But I was like, this is boring. Like, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I literally turned on to watch the halftime show.
Uncle Sam, that was Uncle Tom. Don't you get it?
Like, shut up.
So that went over your head?
So that's the part I don't like.
Oh, you know. If you know, you know. And for those who don't know, they just don't know and they'll never
pick up a book, you dumb. Like, it's like.
Listen, the best part was when I got to see SZA. That was it.
I knew you were going to say that.
Because, I mean, I just was like, yo, this dude. And then I swear to God, was it me or was he switching when he was about to do the last part? And he was like prancing around before he did They Not Like Us.
He had a little bop.
He had a little too much dip on his chip. And I was just like, what is going on? But, I just like, I'm not a Kendrick fan. And I'm like,
okay, that's fair.
And I'm like somebody who has let that be known. So whether he was doing the Super Bowl or whether it was a free concert on, one of those other devices or front porch or, whatever.
You wouldn't have cared.
I wouldn't have cared because I literally like listen to his music. And if I listen to one song and I like it, that's enough. I can't go to like a whole album of him. Like when he'd be like, just this cadence. Yeah. Somebody pray with me. Yeah. 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 I remember eating. Like, what? Like, and I know it's West Coast and it's just
it's not your style.
I've never been that person who was like, yo, this dude is so fucking nice. Yo, he deep as do you know he did a whole song with all names of albums? Like people keep sending that meme around. I don't give a fuck. It's still maybe that's why it's so fucking terrible. I don't fucking care.
I think that's the thing. It's like people just get so hell-bent and there's no nuance. Like I had to tell somebody and I blocked her because it was like, get the fuck out of my DM because I said it was boring. So instead of saying coming back, you were like, Rihanna's was boring. Okay. Like
but I get to choose what I like. And
yeah,
I'm not even like,
why did you have to come back and say that? Because I like Rihanna, so you felt like that was a dig. I'm very honest about Rihanna. Love the visual. It wasn't high energy either, but it was highlights from it. The same thing with Kendrick's. Wasn't that amazing?
Right.
But there was some highlights from it.
Yeah,
So
what it
I
is.
liked her. You gotta go. I'm sorry.
But you're not gonna kill me with the fake woke shit when he got on $1 million outfit and $1,200 Celine jeans and a jacket made by some designer and all this shit. You spent all that money and you wanted to be so woke. You could have been like, I'm wearing only black designers. And when everybody looked up, it'd be like, oh, he made a big statement. We off that designer shit. He on, this new black designer out of LA who made this jacket and now he sold out in 2 weeks because Kendrick wore it. Now everybody running to buy Celine bell bottoms. The best part was the comments. It was a couple of gay people that made tweets and they put them all like in one reel or meme.
Mhm.
And the guy was like, he looking thick as shit in them fucking bell bottoms.
No, he did. It was one picture I saw from the side. I said, "Okay, he got no booty sitting there. It's a little booty."
But it was when I looked at who said the tweet, it was a man. And I bust out laughing. Like that's what you get. But it just was one of those things where like people made such a big deal about it. And I'm like, and y'all are requoting and reposting something that somebody made on Twitter or what is it, TikTok or whatever app or device. Y'all just keep reposting it. You didn't figure all of that shit out because I know it. And I was just like, just wait until your child can break down a Shakespeare or the book he had to read over the summer and you got to go to Chat GPT or something. No, I'm gonna tell your ass, figure that shit out like you figured out the fucking clues and puzzles on this fucking stage where you felt like you were so, oh, you didn't see, and people was naming wrong stuff. People were just throwing stuff out like,
They were just saying anything because everybody wants to be heard and everybody feels like their opinion matters. It was so funny because I was texting Larry, who be helping with the live shows or whatever. And he had me dying because he was just like, this not making me go out here and buy these concert tickets. I said, absolutely not. But he was like, yeah, he better watch out. He was like, Trump gonna pen an executive order and legalizing lynching tomorrow. This like the commentary like that was funny to me. The rest of it,
right.
I could have
But
had a fucking V8. Like
it's okay because my whole thing is my wokeness does not come from Kendrick Lamar. Like I'm very aware of what I do for my community, what I do in the community, who I am, my blackness, things that I'm following. I don't need a halftime show of 10 to 15 minutes of symbolism to be like, yes, I caught that and know what like his biggest song is what? A song dissing another man who people say he not black because he light skinned or he mixed. And his biggest hit is it was fire.
the shit is fire though.
But I'm over. I've been off of They Not Like Us since this. They wore it in the hole.
I mean, it ran into the hole, but
And
I mean, you
but
gotta give it its
it was
cultural moment.
no,
Props.
it was a great song. It was a great
Yeah.
song, but it just like like even some of the new stuff, it was just like, you
I
know,
did like his GNX album. I mean, is
I
it songs on there that I would do?
I don't know what
I
that
like the songs I like really a lot.
is.
But
It the song where everybody's screaming
no,
like
not that song.
I'm
I
like
like the
somebody
Dodger Blue song. I think that's my favorite song.
what song?
Dodger Blue.
Oh,
Like when I walk in, you see people doing like the line dance to it on TikTok.
yeah, I don't like.
But I think what was missing from it, the whole show was just flat because it was so mid tempo. We didn't get a bitch don't kill my vibe. We didn't get we gonna be all right. Like we didn't
Yeah,
get no banger.
it did, and it's like you like he not there to dance and entertain you. That's what y'all.
That's what the fucking Super Bowl halftime show is for. I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
like,
sorry, it is.
like, he stuck it to the man. Okay, that's it. Like I said, I got to see SZA. That's my crush, y'all. Like
You love SZA. He sends now. He's
it's
talking about
not
me sending
about
women.
her.
He be sending me all the shit, and he yelled at me
Like
recently.
and this might resonate with some of your listeners. She remind me of some of y'all like when you've been like dirty or you've been like a little street muffin and you've been like dirty cute your whole life, but like you got a little hood bop to you. And that's what she give me. Like she just that cleaned up little dirty girl from around the way that got her finally after like 10 years, finally got her nursing degree, finally went back to school. She making it now. Like she popping in her 30s, but when she was 20, she looked a little dirty. That's SZA, and I love it. Because in my mind, she just like such a little whore. Like, I love that little bitch. Like, she just.
You love her. But he got mad at me recently because I pointed out that I hated her new nose with her surgery. And he's like.
And now you're going to bring it back up. But she, like, even her weaves, like, she just got like a clean, dirty look to her. Like, it's just something about her. Like, when she was on the awards and she had the dress on, she like that girl you bring into the Christmas party and you don't know what she gonna put on, but you know you about to be around all these white colleagues and you put the dress on and you hoping like not too many of her tattoos are showing.
No, it's very specific.
Because you ever been to a wedding and it'd be like the one girl, she pretty or cute in certain outfits, but then when she put the dress on, she just look a little dirty because of that one dirty tattoo she got when she was like in high school. And you'd be like, damn, can she put some makeup on that? But that's how I feel like when you be going down your list of girls, like which one you going to take to the work party, you be like, I don't know if this bitch gonna get into an argument with Sally from HR. So you be like, yeah, I'm gonna just go with this chick. She more of a safe play, but you know the little rough. She just got that rough around the edge look, and I like it.
That's fair.
It's just she's sexy.
It does it for you. You've liked it for a little while now because
it's a little thought bot. Like I just love a little. I love. Like we were sitting there looking at Instagram naked women because that's all on my timeline now. My buddy sent me so much shit, and he'd be like, "Yo," I love a little dirty little ghetto bitch. Look at these bitches. I'm like, you know what? I think I might like the same thing too. Like, yo, as much as I'm like, oh man, like I like a little classy chick and she quiet and she ain't acting all ghetto. But when I'm getting to pick my whores on Instagram, it's something about the little dirty clean ones.
Dirty clean ones.
That's my scissors. Yes, my scissors. That's what I'm gonna start calling them.
The dirty clean ones.
Any
oh my God.
Post a pic and I see it in the story, I'm gonna just put scissor. And they're gonna know that they just look dirty clean.
Dirty clean? There you go. I hate you so much. I'm just like, I don't think I like dirty clean. I guess the equivalent of a dirty clean man are like the men who are into anime. Anime gamers.
So what I would think, and this will probably clean it up for your listeners and make it sound a little bit more wholesome, because I'm not saying like she's dirty. What I'm saying is it's a rough around the edges look that like if she didn't make it, you probably would see her with a bubble coat on, carrying a baby, getting on the bus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you remember like when girls was pregnant in high school and they had
the baby fat jacket.
That fucking baby fat jacket, like Brenda's got a baby, and they just like, you know, whenever a girl told me that she was a teen mom, the first thing I think of is her in that fucking baby fat jacket, pulling it all together, and I'm so proud of where she is now. Like, kids are older, she can travel and move around. That's what I go back to. So that's what I mean. But then if we put it in guy terms, it's like, you know, the one dude that you see and you be like, man, like, he nice looking because he rough around the edges, he a little rough looking. But in the back of your mind, you like, can I take him to this Christmas party? Is he gonna put the suit on? Because he can wear it, you know, put some jeans on in a sweatsuit. But can I get him in a suit? And how's it gonna pull off?
Oh my God, it's so funny you said that. I had a guy one time and loved how he dressed. We were going out and he was like, dress up. He put this suit on and I get to his house because he lived in the DC area. We were going out in DC. So I get to his house and he's dressed and I'm like, and he saw it on my face and he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, how old is this suit?
You asshole.
It was a no. So the blazer was fine. The jacket was fine. It was the motherfucking pants. Nah. Like you saw that shit when you put them shoes on. Them no.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't like a high water. Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's just funny because I don't know, like I had to go to a party this weekend and it was
Oh, I see you on Instagram.
Right, but it's just funny because you see and it's like you see people dressing up, and I like wanted to tell this guy I didn't know him from anywhere, but he was dressed really nice, but he never took the threads out of his
Oh,
jacket,
the vent. Oh,
the vent, and I was like, I don't want to be that guy, but I want to be that guy. But he was like 50, and I'm like, man,
damn.
yeah, but you know these are the same people who bring their kids out for prom and didn't take the vent out because they don't dress. And it's just such a lost art to be able to, know how to throw shit on and have the right accessories already in your house. Like, I ain't gotta go buy nothing to go to a Harlem Nights theme party.
Oh my
But
God, I've been learning how to like shop my closet. It's been fun.
but it's just interesting because that's the only point I'm trying to make. Because I think sometimes when I say that, people lose it in translation. It's just that person that you feel like is kind of like one way. Like, you might not bring them home to your parents because you be like, oh, everybody at Thanksgiving gonna be like, dude, he got a job, but he got a job and he all cleaned up now. He just can't get rid of that dirty look.
Yeah, but he just dirty. He just dirty. Okay.
Clean, just clean dirty.
I'm telling you, that's the anime gamer guys. They look a little dusty.
I don't know nothing about no anime gamer guys. I know some niggas that look like they just came off the block and they work every day.
I bet you they're gamers. I did do our all call.
For Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Oh God, I got hit.
So
That's the craziest questions.
I did. So I'm gonna do a order first before we get into the meat and potatoes. I did get two, but I got this one question, and somebody said, this is random. I feel like it's an icebreaker. But if you retired from traditional work, what would your ideal day be like, Brian?
If I retired from traditional work, like I didn't have to go to work,
You didn't have to work, but what would your ideal day be like?
I play golf every fucking day.
I should have known that was
Be
the
playing golf. Like I would be at one of the courses. When you get there, there's already old men who do this every day. They're retired. They have their breakfast. They play cards. They go out play golf. They come back. They play more cards, and they just sit around and smoke cigars and do stuff like that. That's exactly who I want to be. That's exactly what I'm going to be. That's the only goal I have for retirement is to be able to play golf.
Are
And
you gonna like retire to like another state or are you staying here?
I go back and forth about that a lot because that is the advantage of being at another state, like being able to play golf all year round. Um, and it will be like better weather. Um, Maybe if I sold like a house here, being able to go somewhere else and be able to probably damn near pay cash for my residence and somewhere where you're not getting taxed, where it might be like this state is beneficial for older people. You know what I mean? It would probably be something like that. But at the end of the day, as long as my kids are here, I couldn't imagine grandbabies being miles and
Oh,
miles away,
look at you.
being like,
You gonna
granddad.
be a pop one day.
I am, and that's the only way I'm going to get a boy.
Oh, that's right, because you love girls.
Right. So like I'm gonna be that grandfather. I'm gonna be that father, like, is it a boy? Yes, we having a motherfucking boy. Like, and then the boy is gonna be like, granddad, because pop, because I'm gonna be like, come on, get a bat in his hand. Let's get a football in his hand. Like, I'm gonna be that grandfather.
That's so cute. I've never seen that side of you, friend.
Well, I don't want nobody to get fucking pregnant right now. 19,
Oh,
14, 11. No. Nobody's ready to get
so you
pregnant.
got like 5 years by the time you
Fuck
50.
no.
Your
I'm not,
oldest will be like 20 something.
I'm not even 50.
I said you got like 5 years to get to 50.
Yes, but who wants to be a grandfather at 50?
What time you still mobile and you could be hitting the bat and shit? How
No.
old you wanna be?
I want to be at the age where I feel like I can sit my ass down and watch some kids. At 50, I'm still fucking moving around, traveling,
That's
doing.
the problem. Y'all not trying to be anchors in the family no more. Everybody should we need big mamas and I don't know what you grandfathers. Bring back big mamas. Y'all be trying to be in the club still.
Bring back women who just want to be mamas. I ain't seeing you signing up to have no babies.
I don't want none.
All right, exactly. So don't put no fucking
Which
grandbabies on me. Don't put that evil on me.
I
Don't
said
put
in
that
like
evil.
5 years.
Don't put that evil on me.
Oh boy, brother.
I'll be playing golf. What would
So
you?
by the time you're 60?
Yeah, 60.
Okay. That's a long time away.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. My ideal
When I'm,
day.
everybody will be of the child age that I wouldn't look at one of my daughters and be like, "How the fuck did you get pregnant?"
So it's all about you.
Yes. Yeah.
That just sounds like, what did I go wrong that you got pregnant? That's all I heard. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. My ideal day too. If I had to work, I'm definitely traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could like do major trips, or even if like I kept a house here, but I had like a condo or something somewhere else, that would be kind of but somewhere warm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, just
Yeah,
have that place you can travel to, and everybody like, "Oh, he gone down there for the next 3 months." Like,
exactly. And then I'll be back. See
they,
y'all in April.
they usually come back right at the Super Bowl. Yeah, yeah, it's cold as shit up here. Like, getting ready for
Yeah,
spring, but nah,
I
yeah.
feel you on that. I feel you on that. All
Right.
right, so this was our first letter. We got two. I'm trying to decide which one do I want to start with. Okay, we'll start with this one. All right, Boonie, I need to know if I'm overreacting or if I should start planning my exit. So recently, my boyfriend of a year gives me this gorgeous Pandora bracelet with some cute little heart and love themed charms. I was touched because he's not always the most romantic and this thoughtful. That was until one of my really good friends sent me a screenshot from his baby mama's IG story. Sis had the same bracelet and some of the same charms. She even captioned it with "somebody knows what I like." I'm sorry.
He bought them both at the same time.
Now, when I confronted him, he hit me with the whole "what's the problem? You are both important women in my life" excuse. He tried to make it sound sweet, like he wanted both of us to feel special. But to me, it feels like some lazy recycled gift energy. Like, did you just walk in the store and say, "give me two of those"? Now I can't even look at the bracelet without feeling like I'm in a sister wife situation. My friend says I should chill because at least he got me something nice, but I feel like this is a red flag. Boonie, am I being dramatic? Or is this a sign that I'm not special to him as I thought? Help.
You already know. Listen, she should have left. First of all, she should have left immediately because there's no reason for me to buy my baby mother anything.
Ding, 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 ding.
For me to be like, she's special in my life. She's not fucking special in my life because she gave me a kid. I happened to get her pregnant. We had a child and we're not together. That does not mean that I buy gifts for her or go out my way to do things to make her feel special. My obligation is to my kid. People who don't have kids will deal with people who have kids and put up with some situations and then wonder why like stuff like this is going on. You allowed it. At the end of the day, like, bro, you bought these women a $40 Pandora bracelet and some $25 charms and thought that this shit was slick. And you got your baby mother on the same tier with your girl. Like, you already losing because that means that you still fucking the baby mama. So it's some,
That's what I was about to say.
yeah, at some point,
That's the only thing I
out.
read from this is that they still fucking.
Yeah, because at some point, and she sound like she ain't got no nigga because she posting talking about somebody know what I like. Because if I'm not, if now if I'm fucking a baby mother, I'm like, well, bitch, who got you that? Sorry, I'm working on being better with my words. Babe, who got you that? And so I'm looking like, yo, why is he buying you a gift? Or, you know what I mean? I'm just real big on boundaries. And I feel like when you have somebody and they, have other women and other people that they've dealt with and they have to interact. I have an ex-wife, I have another baby mother. Yes, I have two kids' mothers for those of you listening. It's certain things that I'm just not doing. I'm not doing it. And I mean, people are like, well, it's still your ex-wife. No, it's ex. It's ex for a reason. And
Yeah.
together, it's things that I'm not going out of my way to do, especially when you got other men that you deal with or you have around you. Like, that's not my job.
Yeah, my thing is, as soon as I read this, when I read it, I was like, one, they still fucking. Dude, this shit is messy, so I'm out of here. Like, it wouldn't even be a second thought. It maybe I wouldn't feel slighted if it was like, oh, he got her Pandora, but I got Urine. I don't know.
But even
But
if it's like got her
I still
Pandora,
would be out though.
but even if
Because
he
it
got
is
her Pandora and it was the same bracelet,
it's the same exact thing, you dumb bitch.
like
Like,
it's the same thing. But let's say if I'm lazy and I'm a guy who don't know how to shop for a woman or whatever, and I bought this for you in 2017, and now I bought the same thing for her in 2024, it was just like, oh, whatever. Like that might be something where you're just like, oh yeah, like I felt like that was a good gift before, so I just did it again. Damn, I messed up. But it sounds like this was like
a
simul,
Cohen.
like
I'm
he
thinking
walked
it's
in the grocery store.
simultaneous because she said the friend did a screenshot. So it had to be at the same time. So I'm
Right,
guessing this was a Christmas gift since she said it happened recently.
right. Like, come on, bro. And then it's like, I mean, it's nothing wrong with getting your girl a Pandora bracelet, but like, you definitely like don't get your baby mama the same damn thing. Like, that's just so corny.
Yeah, that's corny. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's no slight on Pandora. I have Pandora. I think they're great gifts, right? But yeah, if you were shopping at the same time, let's just say, then I should have been elevated. I'm sorry.
Right. And the funny thing is, this is the crazy thing. So now we're the bad guys because she gonna play the shit in the car with him, and he gonna be like, "Fuck that nigga, fuck you too." With the weak ass gifts.
Yeah, like I just don't. That was just sloppy. It was lazy, and
They only got a year in, so at the end of the day, like, yeah, she ain't missing out on
I
nothing.
guess the one question I would like to know is how old is the kid of the baby mamas? Because I always have a theory,
They,
like,
uh,
huh? Like
the
they
kid,
5 and she's still fucking she's in love with your nigga, so you definitely need to pack up because your life is going to be hell.
well, that's the thing. So, like, a lot of times, what happens is you done gave this woman a baby. You always gonna be good in her eyes. She always gonna love you. You always gonna have a pass to get back in. The problem is you gotta be the one who set the fucking tone. Because women will allow you to come back. A woman will allow you to keep coming and fucking on her. She will allow you to keep giving her and the kid those moments of, oh, let's go to dinner, let's do this, let's do that. So as the man, you really have to be the one to set the boundary. Cause you'll go over there and this bitch will be damn near practically naked sometimes. Or you'll go pick your kid up and you want something to eat? We about to eat. Next thing you know, you sitting there eating her food and y'all sitting there laughing and she like, oh my God. And you caught up in some shit. I don't nope.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, so sis, the bottom line is just go ahead and pack it up
Yeah.
and let that go because mm-mm, mm-mm.
But we not giving like dumbass podcast advice. Um, I don't even want to say this guy's name because he was so dumb, but he said if a man is taking care of another man's kid, he's socially ill. That's the stupidest thing you can do is date a woman with a kid and take care of another man's kid. And I
Yeah,
was
I saw that clip. It pissed me off.
yeah, I was just like,
And I don't even have kids.
yeah, I'm like, but I'm just like, what kind of world do we live in where you automatically like, I'm a bitch ass nigga because I take care of another nigga kid. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how we gotten here. It's it's kind of crazy. I literally saw a clip today of another podcast where somebody was saying like they got a listener letter. It wasn't a letter, but they just wanted to share it for women. It was like they were pregnant and their baby daddy was like, ain't nobody gonna want you with no baby while you pregnant. And y'all be trash doing that too sometimes. And
oh, I fuck a pregnant woman.
she was saying she met a guy and he was like she was gonna have an abortion because the way the um baby father was treating her, and he was like, don't do that, like, if you want to be a mother, do it. I and she's like, well, who's gonna want me? And he was like, I'm interested. And long story short, they've been married for 10 years now and he's like raising this child. So she was
But
like,
I would. That's where I step in when she just said, "I like you," and I'm gonna go ahead and get this abortion. I'd have been like, cool. Now, not the because I don't have no problem. I'm pro-choice like a motherfucker, but I would have been like, cool. But I have like literally like I something about and I'm on record with this. Like I get so horny when I see pregnant women because I know how good their sex is. And I know like so at the
if you're
time
on Patreon, you see my face.
one of my followers was pregnant and
Oh God.
tried to hit. I went in a DM like, "What's up?" She like, "No." She was like, "You know, my baby father, like, he don't like you." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." Needless to say, she did not have sex with me while she was pregnant, but I fucked her and his other baby mother after the baby was born.
All right. Was it a personal vendetta at that point that you had to fuck both his baby mothers?
At the point, it wasn't even about that. It just the fact that the city is small, but it was like even more of an incentive when I realized that the other girl was his baby mother too, and I didn't like him, and I just was like, whatever. Like, but it didn't really matter. It like, we speak now, we cool. But
Okay.
but it was just something about when I seen her pregnant. She looked so good pregnant. And she was like, "My nose all wide, my stomach all big." I was like, "Girl, get at the edge of that fucking bed." And then
So
right
when you be fucking pregnant women, you fuck the missionary? How do you fuck pregnant women? I
no,
don't
when
know.
they that big, you just bend them over.
Oh.
Over. You don't need no foreplay or nothing. It's like that's that WAP
No foreplay with a pregnant woman?
that's that WAP Cardi B was talking about. That thing ready. And you could feel the steam coming off of them. They be horny as shit. I ain't fuck. Listen, and the crazy part is, I ain't fuck nobody else pregnant woman, but mine. So like, you know what? It's crazy because even like, that's why they used to be loving pregnant pussy. I ain't get another bitch like for 9 more months of pregnant pussy.
Oh my God.
You can put, yo, for real, yo. If you could bottle that shit up and put it in one of them little pocket pussies and call it pregnant pocket pussy. That shit might be crazy.
That could be my bestseller. That's my retirement plan right there. Okay.
Like,
Yeah, like, is it because it's swollen or is it extra juicy? Like, what is it? I don't know. What's the difference?
not swollen. It's just that you have. It's like I don't even know. The shit might be discharged. It's super wet.
Oh, I ain't never had a pregnant pussy.
That shit just done wet, and they be horny. Like the hormones. You gotta imagine. Like this probably the last time that bitch hormones gonna be like that. Because after they had a baby, they won't fuck no more. But when they hit pregnant and all that shit is going on in there, that's when they like super horny shit, just like they ready to go. I mean, you good with like them riding you all the way through. You know what I mean? They could hop on top. Ain't nothing but a
Do
big
you
ass.
like the visual of the pregnant belly riding you?
Is the nipples are getting darker. They start to have a little line up the stomach. Like the shit is kind of low key sexy. And then black women, they be putting all that fucking cocoa butter on their stomach so they think they not gonna get stretch marks. So they be lining that shit up with cocoa butter. Shit just be shining like oh, they think they not gonna get
Hate that I'm laughing right now.
yo. But then it's like you see the nipples getting darker and you see the like nipples getting bigger as like the big Africa back to Africa areolas and nipples. But then when they have the baby and you fucking them and the titty milk is dripping all over you, oh my yo, that shit is amazing.
Can I make it a confession? So
And
the
titty milk
other
good, ain't it?
no, I've never tasted titty milk, but the other night I was like, I need to get a porn. And I was looking for something very specific. And one of the things I was looking for, it was like big tit, da 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 da. But I was like, what is this? So I click it. The thumbnail intrigued me. And I'm watching it like I'm not even aroused, but I'm watching it and I'm like, damn, like this lady's nipples are crazy. And the whole video is just this one lady just like gnawing at it. And then all of a sudden, when she stopped, she was like, and it was like all this milk curdled out. And I was like, I didn't even know there was a whole section of porn where people were just sucking, lactating titties or flicking them and shooting them. I mean, I went down a deep rabbit hole the other night and then I didn't even want to masturbate anymore. I just packed it up.
Once they had a baby and they are breastfeeding, they can't stop it from leaking. So it's
Yeah, I
going.
wonder if those women make like more money because it's a commodity. You only have it for,
Yeah, I mean,
and
prob-
that's like gold. If you're pregnant and that's your baby, you would have to pay me more because I'm wasting my milk in this porn.
that's an interesting question. We should see. But
I need
yeah,
to find out. But no, Brian, she was sitting there. There's one, the lady was like, and it was like two men. And you know that game at the carnivals where you got to shoot in the...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that, just shooting out.
That was some wild shit.
Yeah, you got me sick. Oh, now I just see titty milk just dripping.
So you a nasty nigga.
Oh, I'm disgusted. Disgusted. Like,
You a nasty nigga.
I surprise myself at times, but yeah. Okay.
All right. Question number 2 before we wrap up, or letter number 2, whatever the fuck you want to call this. So Boonie, help. I always love how they always thought like help. It's like, is this really that dire for you? I don't know. No judgment. Help. I need you to help me stay strong because I almost folded. My ex, the same man, it's parentheses, the same man who wasted 2 years of my life with his inconsistency and excuses, sent me a long ass text that he wanted to hook up and meet up on Valentine's Day. I'm talking like a novel. He started with the usual, I messed up. I've been doing a lot of thinking. Then he hit me with the, I realize now that you're the one and I don't want to go another day without you in my life. Girl, the whole time I was reading it, I was thinking of the future meme that everybody be doing on the internet. Now, here's the thing. I'm over here minding my business, sipping a mimosa at brunch. Yo, y'all got some, I don't know. My homegirl showed me that this man was posted up with some other chick recently on social media. Now, obviously, I'm at brunch. I was telling my girls about it, and they went into full FBI investigation mode. And girl, when I mean with another chick, like full on couple vacations, matches, pajamas at Christmas, all of that. But suddenly, he has an epiphany that I'm the one. I haven't responded because I know if I let him talk, he's going to finesse me his way back in with those I miss you texts. But part of me is tempted to hear what he has to say because he's never really admitted that I'm the one. What should I do? I want to respond so bad, but do I just leave him on red?
See, this is the thing.
This
Women,
one pissed me off too.
women are their own worst enemy. Why does it matter if he says you are the one? If that's all you want to hear and that makes you, who gives a fuck? To be, listen, ladies, I'm gonna give y'all some free game.
Uh-oh.
Words don't mean anything. We are good with words.
No, can you say that again?
Words do not mean anything. We are
Okay.
good with words. I am a man. I'm in sales. I sell houses. I sell beer products. I sell clothing. I can sell you anything. I sell drugs. I can sell you anything. But what really matters is the actions. Do y'all hear me? I'm going to say it again. We can sell you anything. Most men are really good with their fucking words. You have to see the actions. You cannot just fold up like a paper bag because this man tells you you're the one. And it's that easy. And your friends go and find all of this shit on the internet, matching pajamas. How does he even have that around and still typing this message? That's just dumb. But
The audacity, okay?
But the audacity is because he knows who his audience is. And he
I don't wanna
knows.
say it. Can I say it? Because
Yeah,
you're trying to be nice. He did it because he know you dumb,
yeah.
right? Like he knows
Dumb for him.
that.
She dumb for
Yeah.
him. Like he's fucked her in that last 2 years or since that breakup or something. Because it sounds like she's just completely weak for him. And having been a man on the other end of, dealing with females where I know that they're weak for me, we can say all of the right things. We can say all of the right things. Oh, I know I messed up. And I don't like doing that shit because I feel like it's corny. But at the end of the day, in that moment, if you gotta say like, damn, I have been thinking about us, or you hit them with the future meme, like, damn, it's snowing outside. I remember when it was snowing outside. Tell Ma I said, what's up? I could use one of her sweet potato pies right now. Like, you could just wordsmith the shit any way you want, but it just be like, yo, y'all just be letting motherfuckers just have a free pass to your heart, and the shit be easy. Like it don't even
Yeah.
like I could see if she been like, oh, he showed up, he had a dozen roses. This is the third week in a row that roses
Just a
have
fucking text message.
yeah. Yeah, like roses have been in my door. This dude literally like came and like, oh, let me just go fill your car up, went and washed my car, brought it back to the house, like, all right, I don't want nothing else. A week later, like, I did some dumb shit at one point to get this ex back. I spent a lot of fucking money. I probably spent like 1,500 in the period of like a month. But I wanted her to know, like, I really wanted her back. And it was like, hey, let me take you out to dinner. And she just was like, yeah, something, 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 you know, my car got keyed up and it was like $300 to get it fixed. So I came in the dinner and was like, here go to 300. I don't know if she keyed your car, but here go to 300. Dinner was 300. Like we went to the Ocean Air. This is how long ago the shit was. Ocean Air had just opened up.
Ocean Air.
And I was
For
like,
non-Baltimore folk, that's high quality here.
well, it's a chain, but it was like,
Is it? I didn't know that.
oh yeah, when they opened up, there was already one in DC. So when she came to the house, I had like, you've been to my house downtown. So my house downtown was real fucking slick. Just let me tell you, I was on some real shit. So I was like, oh,
I went to a couple good parties there.
I'm like, oh, I'm upstairs. And I had like the speakers on through the house. And she was like, oh, this is so nice. And I was like, oh, you're here? And I was acting like I didn't know. Oh, might as well give you a tour. So it was just like, that was young days. So that was about 600 that night. So I was like, hey, what you doing tomorrow? And she just was like, listen, you cheated on me. You did some stuff like you really hurt me. And I was like, listen, I just want to go with you to get your nails done tomorrow. I'm paying. The least I can do is go get a manicure and a pedicure with you. So I pay for her nails, pay for my toes and my nails. So now that's like easily like I'm at like another 150, 175. But the point that I'm making is I put action behind it. I'm like, if you
with some effort and intention.
Yeah, like if you and I was putting my money where my mouth was. It was just like, I was like, you beat me in bowling, I'll take you to Roof Chris. I'm just throwing the ball in the gutter. She like, you're just trying to get me go out with you again. And I was like, I don't ever want to be away from you. And we end up back together. Needless to say, I did cheat on her again, but she had it coming because it was about a month into it, and I realized why I cheated on her. And
why was that?
Her pussy was dry, and it was just like she was annoying as fuck. And that was just like the last time I felt like I would deal with somebody who ain't have a fat ass. And I was just like, I never should have said. Like I felt like I kept saying, she's such a nice person. She's such a nice person, and I tried to like will myself into it. And
you were out of control.
Needless to say, yeah, I cheated on her again. But
is that the crazy? Like, what's the most superficial reason like you've cheated on somebody or broke up with them?
I don't have none because I don't really have a whole lot of girlfriends. Like I don't have a whole lot of like people can be like, I was his girlfriend.
Me either.
People can be like, I fucked with that nigga for 6 years. I got 5 years. like they'll say some shit like we was locked in, but they don't be able to say we was in a relationship. But I just say all of that to say that
that's our problematic babe.
Not to lose the listener. I'm just saying that there's so many different ways a man can really show he's intentional and go out of his way to sending you a text. So leave this shit on red, move on with your life. And your friends already seen what you needed to see. Now you want to get yourself down the rabbit hole of him telling you what you want to hear and then keep saying you the one. Why is it so important that you want to hear that you're the one? I'm not
you posting somebody else. Like
I'm not even trying to be ignorant, but the fact that it intrigues you to hear that you're the one, you got to go to therapy. You got to figure out what happened when you were younger, where you wasn't the favorite child, or your parents didn't give you, or one of your parents left. I don't want to be stereotypical and say your dad left and you didn't feel like you were important. Whatever it is that makes you feel, that was just key to me to hear you say, I want to hear him say that I'm the one. He never said I was the one. He was in a relationship with you. I tell people this all the time. People ask the dumbest fucking questions. They'll say stupid shit like, oh, something, something, something. Like, would you get married again? Da, da, da. Like, if you get into a relationship, you should be thinking in your mind that if this person is the person that I chose to put a title behind, yes, I will be with this person. Nobody's dating at this age to get in a relationship and be like, no, we're just going to be together. We're going to be girlfriend and boyfriend for the next 10 years. And that's it. And maybe I might move on after that. Like, come on now. Like, let's fucking wake up.
Here's hoping. I think I don't have anything to add. You covered that one. Pack it up, sis, and let that shit go. But I do think, you harped on something that I didn't even focus on when I first read it about hearing that you were the one. You're right. Maybe it is something deeper there for that person that hearing that is a trigger for her. And maybe that's why he said it, right? Because most people you've been involved with know how to trigger or reel you in or do whatever to get what they want. So
Because
I didn't even think about that.
sound like they were together, and she like I never heard him say I was the one, but y'all were together. So when you were together, like you still didn't feel like you was being chose, like
Maybe not.
yeah, and like this girl clearly that he was on vacation with in the matching pajamas and stuff. Sound like she's the one.
She's the one.
Sound like she's the one. So I mean,
She's the one.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not here to give nobody no real bad podcast advice and be like, if he ain't making $1 million and coming over there spending money. I'm just saying that a man's actions speak louder than his words. I tell women this all the time. If a man likes you, he will go to any extreme to make sure you know it. Like, if he really likes you, he's not even going to wait until the weekend to ask you to pull up and meet him at a bar. He's going to already plan a date. If he likes you, he's going to be like on that shit. Like, all right, so we had a good time. So maybe next week we go to this spot. Like he already thinking about it. But when he hit
You
you,
already got it ready to go.
yeah, but when he hitting you with the what you got going on this weekend and you like nothing, and he like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm about to go up this spot. You go to the spot, he look around, the shit ain't popping tonight. Like, oh, you trying to come meet me for a drink? Like you already in a certain bucket. You're already in a certain bucket. And not to get like super religious, but I was listening to church last week, and the pastor was like, "Don't look around like that. Do not look around like that."
Me?
Yes. You looked around like he was in church. I wasn't in church. I was in bedside Baptist.
So I will cover myself. It's a lot happening. And that's why I was like, what's happening outside my window? It just perfectly timed that with you going to church.
But no, like, and the pastor said something really important. He was just like, if he doesn't open your door early on in the dates, when is he going to start doing it? Like, we don't usually get stronger after that first day of work or after that interview. This is the best that I'm going to see you. So if you
Then you
walk
get comfortable and it start to get lax. And
yes,
you,
past your
yeah.
90 days, you pass your probation period, you start doing shit that you wasn't doing. So people get more and more comfortable. So in the beginning, if you want your doors open and you want to be treated a certain way and he's not doing that, you gotta like basically be like, okay, I'm gonna remove myself or I'm gonna let him know right here and there, like, I'm not getting out this car till you come open my fucking door. Or I'm not getting in this car till you come open my door.
Golden door. Yeah.
If he can't consistently keep up with that, and it's the same for us as men. And there's some men out here that need help too. If she jumping in and out the car and like, oh, you ain't gotta do all of that, that's saying like a lot about her. But what he was saying was if a man ain't doing that in the beginning, what makes you think he gonna do it in the middle of the relationship, the end of the relationship? So it's like you gotta make people be consistent and hold them accountable. And it's not a bad thing that you want to be treated a certain way. But if you start off like getting the respect you want, it's more likely to be sustained versus like, oh yeah, eventually he gonna come back and treat me better, or this person going, all of a sudden do this differently. Like just
Like wishful thinkers, right? Like,
yeah.
or I can change him or I could do whatever. Yeah.
Relationships and the way that people make you feel is a lot of based on common sense. You already know when you're in a situation that's not right or something's wrong. I mean, hey, even it's happened to Brian before. Guess what?
Mhm.
It's happened to Brian before. We've been in situations where we're like, oh, that don't look kosher, that don't smell right. You start making excuses for it. But you knew all along that you was like, man, I should have been left that shit alone. But we always want what we want when we want it. And then at the end of the day, we're sitting back thinking of all the shit that happened and was like, damn, I was dumb. It wasn't that you was dumb. You thought you were in love. Being in love makes you, it hides shit.
Well, you put those rose-colored glasses on, right? And you can make
Right.
an excuse and rationalize something away because of your emotion, right? And I do agree with that. I think it is hard because not hard, but I think for some women it's hard because they want to be
He was,
chosen or be with somebody. So it's like, I'm gonna ignore all of that, right? And you can't ignore it. Because
yeah.
that's exactly who you're gonna get. I think somebody, an elder once told me, because I was talking about dating and they were like, when you gonna settle down? I'm like, and she was just like, you just gotta find the bullshit you want to put up with, right? Like you gotta establish your boundaries. Those are your hard non-negotiables. But some of that bullshit, she's like, everybody got shit with them. She's like, you got shit with you. And she's like, somebody looking at your shit like, nah. And she's like, just because you think your package is nice, it may not be to somebody else. So she was like, just find the person who treats you right, does not fuck up over your boundaries and the little pile of shit that you willing to put up with. And I was like, that is just so fucking simple. But I'm
It
like,
is
you've also been married 40 something years. She's like, yeah, this motherfucker get on my nerves every day.
right, but that's the thing. Like the key to like the older people relationships is they kind of already know like what they dealing with, and for a lot of people, it's like you deal with the fact that okay, like I'm gonna throw my clothes on the floor after I finish smoking cigars. I'm gonna, I'm not gonna fold clothes. I'm not gonna do certain things around the house. But my positives is I'm gonna plan dates. I'm gonna plan nice dates. I'm gonna be intentional about, hey, we taking a trip this time. We doing this. We doing that. So it's like you gotta ask yourself what you're putting up with. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be at the cigar shop like 4 or 5 days a week. But when date night roll around, it's gonna be a great fucking time. But I'm still gonna go smoke my cigars. But you gotta ask yourself, like, are you gonna bitch and complain about this man smoking a cigar, being with his band of brothers, getting, that relaxation he need? Because it's important that
And the brothers.
well, you know,
I'm
it's
not gonna laugh at your support system, but
there's been a lot of posts about how men live longer and do better when they have male friends.
well, no, yeah, it's a big deal because
And
like
spending time,
women in their relationships are completely different than men in their relationships.
women abandon their friends when they're in a relationship. I feel like women start to shade away from being around their girlfriends more, and men also like sometimes will try to pressure them into trying to like it's just us. Like you're my best friend, we're together, and the women make them feel bad for going out. And vice versa, some men too. Some men make their women feel like now that you're in a relationship, you can't go to a bar. You can't, and that's a whole nother
Yeah,
podcast.
fuck that. Yeah, that's another. We're gonna put a pin in that one.
Yeah, because there's
Um,
a lot of insecure men who just don't want their women out, and
and I
they
think that's the key word you just said, insecure.
and make them feel bad. Well, it's a lot of things we could call it insecure, low dick energy, but they make women feel bad for having friends who aren't in relationships or who still live a whole life. So it's like because a woman will be like, "Oh yeah, something Boonie," and then he'd be like, "Well, Boonie a fucking hoe. I know niggas that fuck Boonie. Why are you hanging with her? She a hoe when she go out. She trying to have a good time. That don't mean your girl gonna do it." Like, let your girl let that thought out. Let her go have a good time. She gonna come back home. If she don't come back home, then she wasn't meant to be anyway. Like, it's
I
crazy.
love how you say stuff. All right, so what's your final word to the people?
Man, my final word to the people is I'd say it every time. If you're looking forward to Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day already gonna be over at this is out. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you were disappointed on Valentine's Day if you overthought the whole situation and thought it was gonna be something that it wasn't. You can let us know if you were shocked because things turned out the way that you didn't, or if Brian was right. This person didn't do this, this, and this. I always say your barometer leading up to Valentine's Day is Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. If you did not see this person one of those three holidays or meet anyone in that family, it's not as serious as if you think. But if y'all been rocking and rolling, you brought the new year in together, you spent Christmas together, you had the matching PJs on, yeah, you probably should get this person a gift. Y'all probably should celebrate something, whether it's in the house. Everybody is not crazy over Valentine's Day. Every man is not saying, oh, fuck that holiday. Some people just don't really care. We're old enough that we're just like, I don't care. It's one day, whatever. But if you are asking, and a lot of times you don't know, it's because it's not going to happen. What you know, you know. You don't have to ask somebody like, are we doing something for Valentine's Day? Am I going to see you? You will know based off of how a man treats you and where he puts you. That's all I got to say.
Well, sounds good. All right,
What
friend.
do you have to say?
Bitches, stop being dumb.
No, don't tell them stop being dumb. Stay dumb.
No, don't.
Stay dumb.
No,
Hey, we need a
no,
good percentage of y'all to stay dumb.
no, no. Like you knew when you was typing me that letter what you needed to do. So let's just put a little critical thinking to
Right,
use and
right.
get your emotion out of it. Get your emotion out of it.
Know the answers already.
You do. Most times we do. So
Right.
that's all I got.
Okay.
All right. Bye, friend.
Peace.
All right, that is it for our episode with our problematic fave, Brian. So yeah, let us know when we post these reels this week with the clips. Let us know what you thought about the episode. If you agree, engage in the comments, guys. We got to get back into that rhythm because I really, really appreciate, and it's always fun to hear and have dialogue with each of you about the episode. All right. Don't forget, you can save 20% on your merch using code season14 over on the BoonieBreakdown.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or any apps that you listen to your faves on. Don't forget to leave us those 5-star reviews in Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. We love it, love it, love it. Just go ahead and follow us on Instagram at the Boonie Breakdown and share the episode with those you love, those you hate, those you can't fucking stand, okay? We don't make these reels for nothing, so share the reels as well. Have a dope-ass week. Welcome back, gang. Thank you for listening. And remember, the ratchet in me always honors the ratchet in you. Namaste. Until next time.